6, 8, 4, 2, 6, Fun at camp. Fun at camp. Sally and Sam are going away. They are going away to camp. Camp is a lot of fun.
When Debbie came to me in the beginning and said she wanted to take this project on, I have to admit there was a little bit of concern because what she was really wanting to do was take some of our very low students who had difficulty in reading, but they didn't just have difficulty in reading, they had difficulty in other subjects. There was just a gambit of things that these students were not achieving in, and one of them was, if you want to put it this way, life. And so I was a little bit concerned to put all of them into one room, but we took that chance knowing that Debbie was very competent, as well as Lori, her aide, and we took a risk. And I tell you, after the first week or so, and within a very, very short period of time, we noticed drastic changes in these children, not just in their reading. We're thankful for their ability to read, but we're more thankful for the other things that this program has done for them. They now are excited about math. They're excited about making correct choices. For a long time, many of these students had kind of given up on themselves because it's easier to admit that you can't do it than to keep trying and not be able to do it. When I walk into the classroom today, they're all engaged. They're engaged in their reading, they're engaged in their math, they're engaged in working together in teams, they're engaged in life. And from that perspective, Read Right has really saved their lives.
We lost books.
The Arctic is a land of ice and snow. An Arctic fox lives here. Her winter fur is as white as the snow. It helps her to hide. It helps keep her warm.
We had books. But no, we have missed in the lost book.
Ben's chest. Ben's chest. Ben ran home after school and showed Mom. "Look at me," he said. "Where is your tooth?" said Mom. "Have you got it?"
I have felt the best I have felt in 20 years as a teacher. I have felt that I've made the biggest difference this year than I have any other years. And I was really nervous about taking a whole class of retainees. I was wondering who's going to be, we need some leaders, we need some models. What are we going to do about that? And what started to transpire was all of a sudden they became leaders because they were feeling so good about themselves. They discovered it on their own through their learning and through becoming readers. They were so focused on words, their reading was very choppy, they were more than a year behind, and we started to show them how these books tell a story. And all of a sudden they understood, oh, books tell a story, that's what they're about, they're not about words. And the mouse said, "Do you want to be my friend?" And the monkey said, "No." So the mouse moved on to a colorful tale. They're about telling meaning and telling a story and trying to figure out what the author's saying. And that was the bright light for these kids. And then they started to transform inside their brain, and then we could see it outwardly.
Kevin, give it a try.
These buildings are very, very tall.
Excellent. Kevin?
These buildings are very, very tall.
Excellent. On.
These buildings are very, very tall. Listen, book. One book is missing.
Gifts for Dad. They went to the sport department. They didn't find anything for Dad. They went to the men's department. They saw a sign that said, "Sales ties half price." Anthony bought a red and yellow tie for Dad. When Dad opened his gift, everyone was surprised.
I started to get really good notes from parents sent back to me saying they can't believe the difference in their child, and we're so happy. Maybe you can help us so that we can help our other kids at home.
This is so much better at home. It's made a big change in our lives, in our reading lives, and as far as their whole education, because reading is based on, education is based on reading. So it has changed our whole lives. It's exciting.
My sloppy tiger. My tiger is very sloppy. He spills his milk and wipes his face on the tablecloth. He never puts away his toys. It takes me all morning to clean up his room.
My son, I would do word for word, no, sound it out. I was very rigorous on it, and it wasn't any fun. Both of us were just like, oh no, it's reading time. We were both almost ending up in tears over it. With Sarah, with the Read Write program, we use it at home, we use it at school. I learned that reading at home is supposed to be fun. I wish that they would have this program in every school, and that they had it a long time ago also. I wish this had been around for a long time.
At lunch, I say, I think I'll go to town. My tiger is pleased. He loves to go to town. Gets so excited, he spills a dish of jam down his fur. You sloppy old tiger, I say. Now you'll have to have a shower.